Hello, my name is Amy Sullivan, and I am a graduate student at the University of Kentucky. And I'm enrolled in a young adult literature course with Dr. Stephanie Reynolds, and we are doing book talks for this class. And so I would like to have a book talk today on a title called Infinite in Between by Carolyn Mackler. This book was published in 2015. I got it at the McCracken County Public Library in Paducah, Kentucky. It has 462 pages, and it is really a page turner. I really enjoyed this book. It falls under the genre of realistic young adult fiction. This book chronicles the lives of 5 teenagers throughout their high school years, 3 girls and 2 boys, Mia, Zoe, Jake, Gregor, and Whitney. This group meets when their principal puts them in a group together at freshman orientation on their first day of high school. They have to come up with something to do as a group, and so they decide to write letters to their future selves. They decide to hide them in an envelope in a secret place in the school and agree to meet upon graduation or around graduation time 4 years later to read the letters. And they think it would be neat and cool to find out what they thought on that first day of high school and how things had changed or remained the same since they began as freshmen. And little did they know how much their lives would change in those 4 years. And the book tells the story of the entire 4 years of all of these characters. In the beginning, the 5 of them made a promise. It was the day before the first day of high school. They wrote those letters to their future selves, hid them in a secret place, and vowed to unearth them at graduation. From the noisy, crowded gym at freshman orientation, day 1, to the noisy, crowded gym at graduation, day 1387, 4 years of high school seemed infinite. On that first day, they had no clue that one of them would experience the worst of losses, day 691, and another would watch her family break apart, day 38, and another would fall deeply and dangerously in love without buckling up for the ride, day 1045. There would be a fatal car accident, day 123, a supreme betrayal, day 489, a kiss with the most unlikely person at a waterfall in the woods, day 943, and a walk along the Seine in Paris, day 352, where a long-held secret is definitely not discussed. And then there would be that night, day 1386, when it all unraveled. This book covers all of the emotions and teenage trials, love and lust, heartbreak, fitting in, death, depression, family troubles, and more. Though these 5 teenagers lead separate lives, their stories become intertwined over the course of the novel. And the promise they make on that first day of high school brings them back together at the end of their senior year in more ways than they had ever imagined. Sometimes following the life of just one character can be daunting in a book, but somehow Carolyn Mackler covers 5 characters' lives amazingly well, and I just couldn't put it down. For those of you who remember the 80s, well, like I do, this book really reminded me of The Breakfast Club, where 5 teenagers who otherwise would not have probably hung out were put together as a group and forced to be together, and who it turned out by the end of the movie had similar experiences and outlooks online. I would say this book is appropriate for grades 7 and up, and I give it 5 stars. Thank you.